how we will do that? First, let's understand the scenario. Can you open a notepad?
Yeah.
Okay. Just write a scenario. So scenario is a customer TPCS is an US based system integrator. They are using co-location based
Core.
co-location means,
Co-location.
yeah, exactly,
Yes.
co-location based infrastructure. The infrastructure include servers, database, monitoring software, etc. Now they want to cut off 40% of their IT infrastructure expenditure so they try to leverage AWS. Now you are being a solution architect, propose the architecture and costing for that customer. So I hope you understand the word co-location, right? Co-location
Yeah.
means infrastructure is not in my office. I have somewhere else, and which is managed by some other third party, right? So generally in their data center, they give you 1 or 2 racks, and if you want, you
It's
can,
like SEZ there. Yeah.
yeah, just like that, right? So, but still you have to maintain the same servers, you have to
Yep.
maintain the racks, you have to pay for the power supply, you have to pay for the AC, right? You pay for the network bandwidth, you have to pay for everything, in fact, right?
Mm.
The only difference is that the infrastructure is not in your office, so you at least not paying the rent of the office, right? So this is what the only difference is. But customer has a
Yep.
lot of pain. Now
Yeah.
let's, as an architect, you have to ask 100 of questions from the customer to
Mm.
dig out what the pain area the customer has. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
So
Yep.
after putting a lot of questionnaire to the customer, now customer has come up with 5 to 6 requirement. So let list down the requirement of the customer. The requirement number 1. The customer has a very first requirement. Customer has one app which is running inside the server. Inside the server. Okay. Now certain period of a month, in a specific period of a month,
Should I
customer,
write? Should I
yeah,
write it?
in a specific period of a month, that app get millions of traffic. So customer want how to scale this app for this specific time period only. Okay, not every time, right?
Yeah.
So only that a specific time period, they want more compute power in a backend, right?
Yeah.
So how will you do that? Second, customer has a database, MySQL, right? MySQL. This database has the critical data about their product and services. Customer want database should be available 24/7, but it should not add the complexity of management of the database server, of database server, and also the database should not be accessed by outside of organization. It means that database must not have a public IP, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. Otherwise, if anyone can get the access of the database, they will go and implement it, right? Third, customer want a centralized management of all the server and services and user. They are using Microsoft Active Directory. Hope you are aware about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they are using Microsoft Active Directory. They want to continue the Active Directory even if they move to a cloud.
Even if they move to
Cloud. Because on premises you can install Active Directory, right?
Yeah.
But what will happen if you move to AWS?
Yeah.
AWS is not a Microsoft product, right?
Yeah.
Correct now. So they have a valid concern that what will happen if I move to AWS? If I move to Azure, maybe I can get an Active Directory because both are Microsoft product. But in case of AWS, how I am going to use the Microsoft product? Correct.
Yeah.
Now the fourth is they want to monitor the performance, security, and availability of their services without
Services.
without, you can say, installing and install and configuration of any third party monitoring services. this is the one of the very biggest challenge for a company, because every company, if they want to monitor the all these three parameters, they have to install and configure the any third party like HP OpenView, right? Microsoft System Center product. So they should not, because of this monitoring software only, they have to their complexity is increased. They have to have a more manpower in their company, right? And they also have to spend a lot of money on a licensing of this monitoring software.
Yeah.
So they say that, boss, I do not want, but I want monitoring. Correct, huh? Right?
Yeah.
So and then make it the fifth, maybe the last point. So the fifth point should be should be okay, just make it that they want the app should get the update regularly whenever the developer add or remove the features in the app without any administrative involvement. So do not want their team should involve in updating this app. So they have a 5 requirement. They can have a long requirement, right?
Yeah.
But let's focus on this 5 requirement. So I hope you understand the customer scenario.
Yeah.
And you understand the customer requirement. Now you are an architect, and you have to now first design the architecture for the customer, and also you have to show the customer that how much money they are going to save when they are moving from on-prem to on cloud.
Yeah.
Okay, so to design the architecture, we are going to use a free tool which is called Draw.io. So go to Google and just type Draw.io. Maybe Ruchi, you can also open that Draw.io in your laptop.
Yeah. Funny.
So first it is going to ask you where you are going to save your diagram. So select a device. Device means a local machine. Okay. Click device. Now click create new diagram. Select a blank diagram and click create. Save it anywhere. Good. Click blank diagram and say create. You are done now. Okay. So now on extreme left side, you see there is something called search shape.
Yeah.
Just click there. So the server in AWS is known as EC2. Okay.
Yeah.
So just type here EC2. Press enter. Now just select any of the EC2, maybe C4. Yeah, C4 is a series in which you get 8 GB RAM and 16 CPU. Okay.
Okay.
So just drag it to your right hand side, or maybe left hand side. Make it at left hand side. Good. Very good. Very good. Now this app is going to use the MySQL server, right? So just in a EC2, in a state of MySQL server, because customer requirement is that they do not want to maintain the database server, right? But they still want to use the database.
Yeah.
So for that, there is a service in AWS which is known as RDS. Just type RDS, press enter. In RDS, select MySQL instance of an RDS. Just select the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 number Microsoft RDS. Yes. Click that one.
This one?
Yeah, click that.
But what is the difference between this and this?
It's a no, it's a database. The first one is database stack, and other one, what's the difference?
And just select any of them.
Okay.
And just make it arrange in same line of your EC2 server. Little bit more difference, more distance. Yes. Good. So as per the customer, we have given him a server, and then we have given him a
Database.
RDS instance. But at the same time, customer, if you see that, you say that yes, I have an app, it is inside a server, but the current problem is what? The current problem is he get the server need to scale at certain point of time. Correct now?
Yeah.
So it means that he wants some kind of an scaling feature inside the server, right?
Server. Yeah.
Correct. So for that, in AWS there is a service called a scale set for virtual machine. Right. So again, type the EC2, type a scale, and let's check if you get a scale.
Yes, some diagrams.
Good. So what we are going to do now, click the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 7th one.
This one?
No, after that. Yeah, click that one.
Scale out backup repository, right?
No problem. Click that. And or better that, there is a one icon we have which give me the scale set icon. So just type EC2. The first icon is a scale set icon.
This one.
So it has a multiple EC2. Okay. So now just delete that one. Yeah. And put it on top of the server which you have chosen. That is a C4. Both should be overlapped.
Okay.
Good. So we are going to select the C series, but this series of server will have a scale set.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in a RDS, make 3 copy.
Okay.
Because they also want the RDS should be available 24/7. So if you have only one RDS instance, and by any chance if it is down, then you gone, right?
Yeah.
Correct now. So what I am going to do now, I am going to select 3 RDS One would be a master server, two would be a
Mhm.
slave server, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe you can put it in a between, in middle, that EC2, EC2. Cool. Good. Now, both this RDS and the instance, they need to be managed through an Active Directory. So
Mm.
we are going to use Amazon Manage Active Directory,
Mm.
so that we should not involve in installation and management of the server of Active Directory, but still we get Active Directory as a service. So just type
Mm.
there Active Directory. Not there? Press enter. Yes. So maybe you can select two Active Directory. Below one is the icon. I think below one, more below, and after that, mm, 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 mm. What is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
It's a MS Active Directory, right? It's the top two, I think, second row last ones.
Yeah,
Second
second
row
row
last
first one.
one.
Can you select second one first? Second row first one. It's a federation service. Okay.
No, last one. Last but one. Second row, last but one. Yeah. They are MS Active Directory.
Mm. Okay, just put a two server from below. From the third rows, just pick two server from
Which
third
one?
rows. Yeah, just click two server.
This one?
Click that. Click one more. So we are going to use two server,
Mhm.
which is going to manage all my server services, user, group,
Mm.
everything.
Mm.
Okay. So
So,
yeah, you're asking
so
something.
we are not going. We are not using Microsoft Active Directory services.
This is Microsoft only.
This is my okay. This is Microsoft only. Okay.
Active Battery is only Microsoft product. No?
Okay.
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 So once we have all this, now the customer has another requirement
Mm.
that this Amazon RDS must not be accessed via
Outside.
outside world.
Mm. Mm.
So to control this,
Mm.
we have something which is called VPC in AWS.
Mm.
Okay, just click the VPC
Mm.
and maybe hold on. Give me a control. Let me organize this one for you. Okay.
Yeah.
VPC private cloud.
So first, let me put everything down. Let me go and maybe this one. And I'm going to give private subnet, and then I'm going to use the public subnet. Okay.
Mhm.
So in a VPC, we have a 2 subnet. Okay. And now I am going to arrange all this. So this is going to be a master. So here to back, right?
Mhm.
And now I'm going to make it the second one. These two are going to be a slave, right? So we are putting it here. I will put it here. And then because Active Directory always should be in private subnet, right?
Private subnet, yeah.
Right. This is the fundamental. So we use. So we have one DC. We have one ADC. And then I am going to put this one, the scale set, into this subnet. So let me right click and say that back. Okay. And then I'm going to put it some there should be overlap.
Mhm.
Looks good now, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Now between the private subnet and public subnet, you have
yeah,
something which is called as a firewall.
yeah.
And firewall in AWS is known as security
Security
group,
group.
right? So just type here maybe a security group and firewall. Let's see if you can get. So I think third icon looks good. Yeah, just put it in between both.
Here.
Yeah, good. So on firewall, you are going to open certain port. For
Yeah.
example, if RDS is going to open use 3309, so you have to use open only 3309. And Active Directory, if they are going to use 3389 and 309. So all these
Yeah.
ports you have to open this security group. So I believe most of their concern is valid. Can you go back to that the fourth option? What is coming to them? So they want to monitor performance, security, and without any configuration, right?
Mhm.
So they should not have an access in that. So go there and just type CloudWatch, which is a monitoring. Good. So just put one of the CloudWatch, yeah, and put it below because CloudWatch is going to monitor the overall all the services and everything, right? Good. Perfect. Good. So we are going to configure the CloudWatch, which is going to monitor almost everything. Now go to the what is the next concern they have? They want that their app should get updated regularly wherever the developer add or remove the feature of the app without any administrative involvement. So let's first go with the app. So let's say the app is developed in Java. So just type there Java. Good. So just pick the Java icon. I think fourth one is look good. Yeah. And put it below that diagram. Below, maybe on the left side. Good. And from that Java console, the code will be check into GitHub. So just type there GitHub. Pick any of the icon of a GitHub. Good. Let me arrange it for you. Okay, hold on. So the developer, huh? The developer is going to use the Java, and from whatever they have developed, they are going to check into the GitHub. Now from GitHub, it is going to pull by the code pipeline, which is a CI/CD tool of DevOps available in AWS. Just type code pipeline, AWS code pipeline. Yeah, just drag this in between the EC2 and the GitHub. In between the EC2 and GitHub. Very good. Fantastic. You make it. Hold on a moment. So this will give the CI/CD capability. Okay. So how the whole flow work? You have a from Java. It will come to a GitHub. From GitHub, it is going to the code pipeline. From code pipeline, it is going to hit the it is going to hit the good. Now let's pull the text, and in the text, just type here EC2 SQL set. Make it little bit bold. Good. Now same diagram, maybe you can same text you can put it in inside the below the RDS, and just type RDS front end and back end. Yeah, just right click there, right click, and say paste here. No, I think it is not copied.
No, it's not copying.
No, it's copying, but I think that when you are actually clicking, right clicking, maybe you can right click somewhere else and paste.
Take a new text.
Yeah, and just say RDS master slave server. And just drag and put it below the RDS. Yes, and they say that then just put one word which is called AWS manage directory. AWS manage AD, है ना? Just put I think it's looked good. Yeah. Good. and then now just type what is the CloudWatch. So just again right click, paste, and say CloudWatch monitoring, and put it below the CloudWatch. Good. Now let me make it for an example. Here I am saying that this is going to be TPCS VPC, right?
Yeah.
And let's make the IP address maybe. So this VPC is an IP address which is 10.1.0.0/16. Let me make it bold. Make it bold. Make the size higher and change the color to red. So apply. Good. And now same way, just right click, say copy, and paste this the first subnet. Paste here. Let's type this IP range is 10.1.1.0 10.1.1.0/24. Good. Just drag it before public subnet, below subnet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, below that subnet. Yes. Good. Same way, just again right click, paste, and make it here 10.1.2.0/24. Good. And just say good. Now this whole network, if you want to manage, since your private subnet is not on a public IP, so it is very hard for you to manage the server and RDS instance. So we are going to connect it with the VPN. So just type there VPN in a search box. Yeah, press enter. Just type any of the VPN icon. Yeah, this is good. Click that one and make it on a right side. Make it little bit bigger. Good. Now just type office or maybe site in a search box. Just pick any of the site. I think that the second row last icon. Yes. So this is your office. So your VPN connect to your office, right?
Yeah.
Now just use the arrow and connect your private subnet to the VPN. Below is arrow. Below. Yeah. So no, it's come in the middle. You have to. Yes. Yes. Very good. Say Control Z. No, whenever you click, it will go only there. So you have to use the 1 point and yes. Good. Good, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we can delete that one. Yes. So how the diagram will look like? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Looks good.
You become architect now.
Yeah.
Oh, but plan change, sir.
Okay.
Plan change. I actually not going with AWS. I don't like AWS. I want to go with Azure. What will you do now?
Instead of Amazon, we try to look some SQL inside the.
Yes.
I think it's the same, almost
Same
same
diagram, only
functionalities.
you have to change the name.
Yeah.
Instead of EC2 skill set, it will be a virtual machine skill set.
Yep.
Instead of a AWS code pipeline, it will be a AWS code, Azure code pipeline.
Azure code pipeline.
Instead of a Amazon RDS, it is going to be a SQL server on Azure, right? It's clear, na?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, plan change. I want to now continue with on premises.
On premises is the same, but
Again,
we
same.
need to buy the systems.
Only. Instead of a EC2 and virtual machine, we can use maybe a VMware virtual machine or a Hyper-V virtual machine, right?
Or physical machine.
Or physical server.
Yeah.
So I understand. So when you are actually an architect, you are an architect.
Yeah.
No matter which scenario is, you have to design, because this design going to work everywhere. Correct, na? In
Yeah.
on-premises, in a state of designing the virtual network, we are actually designing the VLAN, right?
Yeah.
Correct, huh? Right? So it means that no matter in which cloud you are going to suppose, if you know the component name, you just only adjust the component name. Diagram is not changed.
Yeah.
Flow is not changed. Yes?
Correct.
Correct, huh? Right? And this is what the architect means.
Mm.
You can call yourself as a cloud architect. It means that no matter in which cloud you are talking about, I am going to design and I'm going to charge you the money for that. Okay. So what we did, what people did, we generally have a standard diagram, right? The moment customer said, no, I want to go to Google. Okay. Component name change, right?
Yeah.
Customer said, wow, how brilliant that guys are, right? But actually we have created all design and we keep it as a template.
Yeah.
Right. This is how we can go and use the whole picture. Okay, you done the designing. Now let's do quickly a costing. So first go to file, go to a file menu and say export as, export in a JPG. Yeah, click export, select device. Yeah, it is downloaded now in your machine.
Yeah.
So you can open, you can put it in a PowerPoint, in a proposal, in any solution document. Customer feel happy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now go to the costing part. So in a Google, just type AWS cost calculator. Yeah, scroll down. Scroll down. You did get, I think, the second one.
This
Second
one.
oh yeah, exactly. Yep. Very good. So what we are going to do, we are going to select so what the customer say that I need a server, right? So click add new row in a very first where it is saying yes, and just type here application server or app server. Let's say customer is okay with 4 instances. Just type 4. Out of the 4 instances, only one will be 24/7 run. 3 will only add at the specific time, right?
Yeah.
So the percentage utilization is not 100%. Make the percentage utilization is let's say 80% or 70%. Right? When you average out, it will come like that, right? So what the billing option I want to select? Just select in a billing option. So I am going to make a 3 years agreement. Okay, because in a 3 years, customer is going to save around 40 to 45%. Okay, so say 3 years, no upfront reserve. Yes, very good. Click close and save. And look at that monthly cost. It is reduced now.
Yeah.
Before it was 619. Now it is suddenly dropped down to 419. Right? Good. And let's say customer also have one server which is a Windows. So add new row. And let's say this is for used by the HR. So say that HR server. You have only one instance. In a state of a Linux, select Windows. On top, you have operating system Windows. Very good. In this Windows, again, select the C4 large. Good. Click close. And again, it's a 3 years.
No, it didn't saved. I think you need to save and close.
Oh, yeah. Select again. Windows. Yeah. Say close and save. Yes. 3 years. No upfront. Wow. $99 per month only. Now, scroll down. Scroll down. Okay, rest all is done. Now just go and add a new services again. Go back, go up, and click here Amazon RDS. On the left hand side, you see a 4th option. Good. Add new. So you need a DB4 app.
Yes.
How many instances do you want? 3. Because 1 master and 2 slave. And it is going to be MySQL, right?
Yeah.
And the rest all is all okay. So we've done that part. Now what we need? We also need CloudWatch. So I think that 7th number is CloudWatch. Add new. Just type monitoring. How many resources we are going to monitor?
1.
No, not 1. We have 3 EC2, 4 EC2, 1 Windows, that is a 5 server, then 3 database, 6, 7 server, right?
6, 3, 4.
Correct now? 3 RDS.
Yeah.
4 this plus 1 VPC also you want to monitor, right? You also want to monitor your VPN. You also want to monitor your cloud pipeline. Correct now?
Yeah.
So maybe 10 resources you want to monitor, right? Per resource it is going to charge you in a CloudWatch.
So one
Code pipeline.
Cloud pipeline.
And 4 EC2.
4 EC2. Then 1 VPC, right?
Yeah.
and then
6
3
and 3
RDS.
database.
Yeah, and then 2 AD.
Yeah.
10
Okay.
and 1 VPN.
1 VPN.
11.
Yes. Strike for 11. How many custom metrics per resource? To at least 3 metrics. At least you want to watch the utilization. You also want the security. You also want the other maybe parameters. So 3 parameters,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So alarm also per resource, maybe minimum 2-3 alarm you want. So say that 3 in alarm per resource, 3 alarm, and then log size per resource minimum 100 MB log size you should have to take.
It's a gig.
Correct now, right? So type 100.
No, it's a gig, right? It's showing that, which is 0.1.
It's not taking 0.1.
No, 1 GB is okay now. Give
1
it 1 GB.
GB. Give 1 GB.
Okay.
100 MB
You
agar
can't
per
give.
resource, then it's and then after certain period your live log will go into archive log, right? So make it again 1 GB.
Yeah.
Just type 1 GB. Number of dashboard. So I want at least 3 dashboard. One is a security dashboard. One may be costing dashboard. One may be utilization dashboard. Right now, right? Then I want to monitor minimum per resource at least 3-4 events. So you can say 20 events approximately. Look at that how pricing. Remember, 99.9% technical people are not aware about this pricing at all. Correct? Each thing you have a pricing. Each alarm you generate in a CloudWatch is a pricing. Sometimes CloudWatch pricing is supersede the actual pricing of the resource.
Okay.
Customer is creeping. Yeah, I have created only 2 server. Why the 10 lakhs bills is coming? Sir, you have configured CloudWatch so many things, right? Correct, na? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the technical engineers are, what can I do, sir? I only have a 2 server. I don't know why the AWS is sending so much bill. Correct. Now, you maybe for each instance you are going to use the alarm. So maybe just use 3 alarm on average everything. Since we have Elasticsearch, we also need a load balancer. Yes. For a disk, we are needing that. RDS, we are needing that. As auto scaling, we are also needing that, right? So 1 alarm may be for security, 1 alarm may be for availability. All done, my friend, right? So just can you go and check if there anything related to Active Directory on the left hand? No.
But what is this one? Vended log size?
Vended log size means the log size which is go beyond the archival.
Okay.
Some company need 15 years or 10 years of log data, right?
Okay.
So currently I say that I do not have any requirement. Maybe next.
Okay.
Now you see that you have Active Directory service. Yes, very good. Click add new row. Just say Active Directory. How many directory you want? 2. Good. How many active users we have? Remember. So let's say in my company, I have total 230 users. And then number of domain controller is 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is going to cost you $73 per month. All good, my friend.
Is it AD connector or Microsoft AD or simple AD?
It's a simple AD or say Microsoft AD. Microsoft AD. Good. Right? Go up now. So likewise that you have to add every component here. I hope you clear now, right? Yeah. And now just you see your estimate. What is your estimate is coming?
3,000.
3,278.
Click that one. Wow. Say export to CSV. Yeah. Okay.
So can we see over here how much it's costing for cloud? Okay, CloudWatch is costing something around.
You get everything. No? That is called BOM, bill of material. Okay.
Bill of material. Yeah.
So if you are a vendor, let's say if I am the person who is providing the license for the AWS, then I will also put 10% margin on top of that, right? है ना? If customer want to deploy this also, then I will put my service charges also. है ना? These all are the earning point for the companies. Now open that your whatever the.
But here, if we select the region instead of US East, it based on the region also it changes the bill, right?
Some point will change. Yes, of course. Yes. Correct. Open that Excel file. Good. So you get your estimate. Now you can format it in a beautiful color and picture, right?
Yeah.
Put all the graph, put it in a PowerPoint proposal, solution document, give it to the customer. Customer will feel that, yeah, good guy. So sometimes remember Rajendra and Suchi, because it's a very vast field, right? Many times I have to design a component which even I am not aware, right? But just by doing a Google, I will put that component on my design sheet, and also I can put this component in my Excel sheet, right? Correct now, but technically what this component do, I may not aware, right? And I can design or in any of the cloud, same fundamental, no change. You want me to design Azure, you want me to design Google, even the new one which is calling Alibaba, if the calculator is available, I can design for them also, right? So every cloud have a same fundamental. Good that?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is all. Now you become an architect. See you on Monday when we start seeing all these services one by one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What time we start tomorrow?
Same time, I think 8:30.
Yeah, 8:30 India time.
Yeah. Okay, now.
Please give me a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Chalo. See you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.